this new qualifying metric. What was the second time they used it this year?
I think so. Yeah, I think there was another at least race or two that have been rained at, or race qualifying has been rained. Yeah.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. This is what it says it is. The drivers finish in the most recent race, they take 25% of that. The car owners finish, which is always great. I love the owner stuff. The car owners finish in the most recent race. We'll take 25% of that. The car owner's position in the owner's standings. Well, we'll take 35% of that. And the rank of the driver's fastest lap in the most recent race at 15%. Who the hell came up with this nonsense, and what were they smoking?
Yeah, it's not a good. And I get when they did this during COVID because we weren't qualifying and they wanted to have it since you're kind of already four races into the season and you restarted and then you have these races and it's like you got to make it fair for some of these guys that aren't hampered down in the points, but they might be running well, but every week starting from the back. I get that. But now that we're back to qualifying, and that's not really an issue other than hit or miss races, it's like, can we just get back to points? If it's rained out, just start them on points.
I don't mind something like this or something like this because this is still stupid. Something like this early in the season because it's not fair, like especially after Daytona.
Oh, yeah.
With all that crap going on. If you, next race, sorry, you're starting 7 of the best drivers are starting 30th, between 30th and 40th because they wrecked at Daytona. Sorry about that. All right, I understand. But we're already into the certain part of the season where, hey, if you're not that good at this point, then it's not our fault.
No, and like I said before, it was just because we weren't qualifying at all. I mean, we were just showing up and racing. So now we're not doing that to where it'd make a lot more sense to just go back on points. And that's the most easiest factor because IndyCar still does it on points. You just, hey, first in points, you're on the pole. Second in points, you're second. Or I would rather see them, let's say for like this past weekend, they practiced on Saturday. They just didn't get a chance to qualify. Can you not just start the race based off practice speed? Maybe reward them for practicing speeds. Then you have a strategy as well. Do I go long run speed or short run speed? It looks like I might ran out qualifying here in a little bit. Maybe we want to just run a hot lap real quick. But doing this metric stuff, you need a calculator. It's the fastest. How do I go back and find the fastest laps of the race and see where they were the weekend before? And then now I got to take in the owner's points and the driver. Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
It's just too much. Yeah. It is. It's way too much.